Hello people, it's your boy Osman back again with another video. This time we're talking about Manchester United mouth-watering clash vs Wigan. Yeah, yeah, so it's not the kind of game that you really want after our previous game, because it's like a lose-lose situation. If we win the game, people are gonna expect us to obviously win. But if we lose the game, that's when it's just gonna be trouble. I'm not gonna go into other teams losing, bottling it. Um, you know, I just don't want like a pack of wolves to come after me or nothing like that. I need to not get carried away just in case we lose, But it's just funny how Liverpool have not won a game this year, and it's just it's just banter. It's just making me so happy. But anyways, let's talk about our game. And like I said, let's not get too carried away about other teams. This is a Manchester United preview, so let's get into it. First things first, we need to hammer these guys because we absolutely got outplayed by Hull, and I'm just not over that yet. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, let's bounce back first of all and just make sure we get the win. I think that's the most important thing. However, for me personally, I want to see a bit of a performance. I want to see some bloody goals. We haven't scored 5 goals this season. I know that's asking for a lot given our recent form in front of goal. But please, just score a couple of goals, mate. Entertain us a bit. Take a couple of risks. Just go for it. I don't know. I'm over exaggerating so much because it was literally just that one whole game that we played poor. But it's just one of them things, man. Just frustrating given the circumstances. But yeah, just regarding this game in general, I'm expecting us to go guns blazing, against a Wigan team that don't really offer that much, against us. They're probably going to park the bus, I would imagine. So it's vital that Jose plays people with pace on the wings, please. He's already said Anthony Martial is playing. And I did say in my previous video, the Martial situation is it's just been blown out of proportion and people are looking too far into it, and it's been proven right. I personally agree with Jose 100% that he's pushing his players to, better themselves. Yes, I don't agree with him saying that Martial had a bad game against Liverpool, because I genuinely didn't think he was bad. I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch. But I do agree with him setting him challenges, sorry, and targets to, better himself. Because if he just sits there and praises him on games like that, it's not really gonna, you need criticism to learn, basically, was what I'm trying to get at. And the way he's gone about it, I don't 100% agree with, but the root of what he's saying is completely correct. But yeah, so regarding our team in general, I want to see a lot of pace in the team. For me personally, the game against Hull on the week, during the week, should I say, is way more important than this game. I don't want to get kicked out of the FA Cup. However, if it means we get 3 points against Hull, I'd rather take the 3 points than get through the FA Cup, if that makes any sense. So on that basis, I'm hoping it's a rotated squad. Resting the main players for that game against Hull, and just let the youngsters play, man. Like, seriously, just let them play. Get as much pace in that team as you possibly can, and get as much width on the team as well. The fringe players, give them an opportunity to play. Those who don't get much minutes in the league, such as your Bastions, your Fosu Mensahs, your Luke Shaws, give them opportunities to actually play. So bearing that all in mind, I'm going to go into my team section. So first of all, in net is Romero. Just like I said in my previous cup game, he deserves to play. I don't see why he'd play De Gea, to be honest. I know he's not tired, but just give Romero a game. He deserves it. In fact, what am I on about? He's actually said Romero's playing. So just pretend I didn't say any of that. Right back is going to have to be Antonio Valencia. It's going to be an emotional return for the guy. I've seen his interview recently about his time at Valencia and how the players helped him, especially Emil Heskey, that legend. But they helped him settle into England, obviously, given his background, etc. So, I could imagine it's going to be hard for him to, play against his former team. Centre back, Smalling for me personally was absolutely disgraceful last game, and I don't care if that's me over exaggerating. I just don't think he should be playing. So I'm gonna stick to Rojo, and I'm gonna go Jones. Rojo and Jones, just get them back together, let them play. I don't care about them as in rest wise. I think they'll be fine. Luke Shaw left back has to play for me. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Been saying this for several weeks now and it's not happened. But let's hope it's the game that he comes back in. Okay, so the midfield three, this is where I want to see changes. I know I did mention Fosu Mensah, but I'm bearing in mind what I think Jose would do. Personally, I would play Fosu Mensah there in the CDM role. However, I would not mind if you played Bastion or Blind there. I've got. He's probably gonna play Fellaini. I don't even know why I'm bothering with this, but I'm hoping he either plays Bastion, Fosu or Blind. And I know a lot of people probably don't associate Blind with that position, but I just think Blind would be amazing in that CDM position. But if I was a manager, I'd go for Fosu Mensah because I love the kid. He's got, he's just got amazing attributes. He's like a beast, basically, a tank. Yeah, anyway, so Fosu Mensah, I think he's going to play Fellaini, to be honest, but I wouldn't play Fellaini. I'd play Fosu, Herrera, and what's the other guy? Mata or Pogba. No, I'm going to say Mata and give Pogba a day off. Just take him out of the limelight a bit. Again, I don't think this is what George is going to do. This is just personally what I would do. The front three for me, I would go Mkhitaryan on the right because he didn't play the last game. Martial, we already know he's playing left wing. This is his opportunity to prove himself. And that man, Marcus Rashford, up top. I've said this so many times, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. He's probably going to put Rooney in there somewhere. I don't really want Rooney to play. Nothing against Rooney whatsoever. But I just want to see some pace. Like I said, they're going to park the balls. We need somebody that's going to run in behind. We need somebody that's going to take the defence back. Like in these situations, you need to take the defence as far back as possible. So you need people running behind to stretch play. So Rashford will give that opportunity to take the back four back, and that'll create a pocket of space for the likes of Mkhitaryan and Mata in front of the defence, because obviously they're having to track Rashford's run. And that's something we really need to utilise in this game. I can just see this being a dead game if we don't do that. I don't want to see Zlatan playing at all this game. Not because we don't need him or anything along those lines. He just rest him. Let him be fresh. He did look a bit leggy last game. I don't know why, but he did. Well, I suppose he's 35. Same with Carrick. Doesn't need to play. Rest him as well. Smalling, in my opinion, dropped. Yeah, I just think that team's more than capable of beating them. So quickly talking about the opposition. I don't know too much about them. Obviously, Joyce is the manager. For those of you that don't know, our academy manager who's there when Pogba, Lingard, Ravel Morrison, all the likes of these individuals. I think Rashford as well probably came through. He's been there for a long, long time. He knows our club inside out, especially the youngsters in particular. And he's a good manager. From what I've seen, they're not doing particularly well. However, they're on a win streak, I believe. But I don't really care too much about their win streak, if I'm being honest with you. It's Wigan. We should be beating them comfortably. The only players that I know are the ex-United players, Powell in particular, that stands out. But again, he hasn't really had much of an impact, if any. Yeah, so there's not really anything to worry about in particular, because they're not really on good form either. So it's not like the Reading game when we thought, oh, they're actually on decent form. So I feel like we have to win this game comfortably, just to build a bit of momentum again. Obviously, we've lost a massive chunk of momentum, and I think Carrick summed it up perfectly in his post-match interview and saying that he's disappointed, and that's honestly the mentality I want to see. I've had a lot of people commenting saying, "Why are you so disappointed?" Blah blah blah. The thing is, that's the mentality that us as fans, and players and manager need, because at the end of the day, you should expect more from our team. Like, you shouldn't settle for less. We're not Arsenal FC. We shouldn't be settling for less and like taking selfies and like cheating that we won the Champions League when we come back against Bournemouth. Like, we're not a small club. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, disappointing. So we definitely need to, just bring that momentum back. I've mentioned the word momentum a lot in the past. It's an opportunity to get a bit of confidence back as well, and just score some bloody goals. Like I said, get pace down the wings, get the players running at the defenders, and stretch the play. We need to push the defenders as far back as we possibly can, just to give a bit more opportunity for whoever's playing number 10, if it's Pogba or Mata, just to have a bit more space on the ball. And yeah, I think we'll have a lot of success. The scoreline I'm going for, see, the thing is, right, when we've played Wigan in the past, we tend to beat them 4-0, and this is like, we've beaten them a lot 4-0, and I remember Ronaldo scoring a few. Rooney seems to love playing against Wigan, so maybe Jose will play Rooney, but I'm going to go 3-0. I'm quite confident that the fact that they're not playing good, and the fact that we need this to bounce back, and I'm hoping that the players will, be up for it. Oh God, it's an opportunity for Martial as well. Just to touch on that again, Martial has to prove himself. Jose said to him, if you play good this game, you're basically playing against Hull, and it's as simple as that. Let your football do the talking. Tell your agent to shut up, man. Like, CC, what the hell does that guy know? He wants him to leave Man United for Sevilla. Is this guy thick? And apparently Zlatan was, pulling Martial to one side and saying like, listen, you need to stay under Jose and he will manage you correctly. And I'm going to do a video at some point talking about our youth players and the way Jose deals with youth as well as other teams. So let me know if you're interested in that. But for now, that's all I've got to say for this video. Hopefully it's a positive reaction tomorrow and we'll just see how it goes, fingers crossed, so to speak. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and feel free to leave any comments, like, share, any feedback you've got. I appreciate everyone who's been giving me love recently in person and over text. You know who you are. Thank you very much, lads. I do appreciate the kind words. It's been your boy Osman. Take care. Go on, United!